Good evening, dear citizens of Los Santos. This is your host, Ismail Plakshari, live with an exclusive interview with the senior staff of the San Andreas Highway Patrol. Okay, so first of all, thank you all of you guys for joining us today. Could you please introduce yourself and tell the viewers about your roles inside the Sheriff's Department? Let's first of all start with Mr. Sheriff. Could you please introduce yourself?
All right. Good evening. I'm Sheriff Max Eagle, currently leading SAHP. My focus has always been maintaining professionalism, discipline, and strong coordination within the department while ensuring the safety of the residents of Los Santos and also to protect the highways. It's an honor to represent SAHP and serve the city alongside my deputies.
Oh, lovely, lovely to hear that. Okay, let's now move on to Miss Jessie. Could you please introduce yourself?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Jesse Baby. I'm the Under Sheriff of SHP, proudly serving under the San Andreas Highway Patrol. And I would like to say that I'm trying to do all of the duties which I have been given by Max, as he's my sheriff. And I'm still looking forward and would love to carry on my duties further for the term. And yeah, that's it.
All right, nice. Okay, so let's now move on towards Mr. Peter Romano. Could you please introduce yourself?
Good evening, the citizens of Los Santos and the host. I am Peter Romano, the undersheriff. Basically, in the sheriff's department, my work is to manage all the paperwork and lead the units towards any event. Anything is going on there, I'm there always to lead. I work here to sign the contracts. I work here to sign everything, make sure that the sheriff's office is free from anything, and I make sure that there's no flaws, and we take care of all our units. Yeah.
Alrighty, perfect. So now, as we have gotten the introduction of all of the under sheriffs and Mr. Sheriff, now we can continue further with the questions. Okay, Mr. Sheriff, I would like to ask you the question that how would you describe the current state of SHP in the city right now?
All right, I would love to say that SHP is currently in a strong and active positions. Our deputies are putting in a lot of work in every day, whether it's patrols responding to emergencies or handling major situations. Like every department, we face challenges, but the most important thing is that we continue adopting and improving together as a team.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What's the biggest responsibility that comes with being a sheriff?
Well, to be honest, the biggest responsibility is carrying the trust of the entire department as well as the citizens. As sheriff, people look towards you during both good and difficult times. So you have to lead by example, make fair decisions, and ensure the department stays professional, disciplined, and united.
Okay, lovely to hear that. Lovely to hear that, sir. Okay, now I want to move towards Mr. Peter Romano. I've got some couple of questions to ask you, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start with the first one. So I've been seeing SHP troopers are sometimes patrolling in the city, and I was curious that did you guys sign any contract between LSPD for that?
Yes, we have a joint jurisdiction signed between the LSPD and the SAHP. Basically, within this contract, the SHP can patrol in city, and there are some other things that the SHP can do, and same as that, LSPD can patrol on highways as well. Yeah, this was signed on the first day of when the new leader came out of the LSPD, and yeah, we have it signed now.
All right, all right. Yeah, that's really nice to hear. Okay, now could you tell us more briefly about the departments within the SHP?
But within the San Andreas Highway Patrol, we work on having five departments, each having their own functions. The first department is the IA, Internal Affairs. They will basically work within the organization and make sure that everything is going good within the organization. The other department is the HR, the Human Resources. They work on signing new people into the organization. Next department, we are going towards the HP Highway Patrol. They patrol throughout the highways in the city and make sure everything is going good within it. And then we have SWAT department. They work on if anything is wrong happening, like any event, they work on taking it down, and they basically maintain peace within the city. And at the end, we have signed the contract for having the undercover department with the FIB. So now we also have the department known as the undercover department. We take evidences and provide it to FIB, helping them in the situation.
All right, very really interesting. That was really interesting to hear that. Okay, so Miss Jessie, next question I would like to ask is that what, in your opinion, what makes a operation successful from your perspective?
A successful operation is defined by proper planning and a good communication. That's what I think. Also, I would like to mention a strong leader person, like a good person with a good leadership in his mind, who can make a team cooperate with each other. That would help our operation to be successful. I have a lot of high commands right now in SHP who are actually having a lot of experience from their past. They have worked in every single state organization, and they are actually doing their jobs very brilliantly, and they're executing the operations very perfectly and professionally. Success also depends on discipline sometimes, which I'm trying to fix on my organization right now. And
Mm-hmm.
in the end, I would like to say success in is an operation is not measured by numbers, but by preparation, coordination, and execution.
Of course, definitely, I would agree with you. Okay, so the next question that generally when I am, driving around the city, looking for any situation to report, I see like if there's I saw a store robbery and I saw that SHP has been gaining a lot of units and in those situations. So could you tell us more about of about your activity of SHP in daily life, basically.
Yeah, I would like to talk about my HR team over here, to be honest, because they're the only dedicated people who are hiring a lot of people lately to the SHP. I would like to say, like, we have Venom Munax and James Vukovic leading the HR team. Their efforts in recruitment, their management of the logs, their maintaining the department standards plays a very major role in SHP's growth these days. And they are the only people, like, they are the backbone of SHP right now, because they are making us grow and grow and grow in the end with strong people, not even with dumb people. We have a lot of strong people with us because of the HR team only. This is only the beginning, Mr. Ismail. This is only the beginning. We
Mm-hmm.
continue pushing forward, and to be honest, we don't follow standards, we create them. So that is what is SHP about right now in this term.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Miss Jessie. Okay, so moving on, Mr. Sharif, next question I would like to ask you is that what are some things that you would want to improve inside the SHP moving forward?
Uh, well, I want to improve the overall quality and consistency within the SHP by hiring more experienced and dedicated people who genuinely want to work for the department. I also want to increase the internal coordination, communication, and training so the deputies can perform better during both normal patrols and major situations. Another important thing for me is building a stronger reputation for SHP in the city because I want people to look at this department with respect and remember that during Max Eagle's leadership, SHP became more professional, active, and united.
All right, those words were actually heartwarming. Lovely to hear that, honestly. Okay. Okay, Mr. Sheriff, I would like to ask you some rapid fire questions. Which situation is more stressful in your opinion? Hostage situation or a pursuit with a dangerous criminal?
Hostage situation.
Okay, good choice. Okay, moving on. Coffee or energy drinks during shifts?
Uh, it depends, but mainly coffee.
Okay, okay. Okay, next question. Day shift or night shift?
Well, I'm available for both. I mean, but mainly I am in days. So yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Most stressful call type out of these four, a store robbery, a pursuit, a hostage situation, or a gang raid.
Uh, well, a store robbery.
Okay, any specific reasons for that?
Well, I mean, we have to protect the stores as well, and if they have any hostages or something, we have to deal with that accordingly. So, and also we have to manage our units, to find a better place for them to have covers and
Mm-hmm.
also the negotiation. So, we have to manage every single thing, and we should have good coordination between all the organizations. So,
Okay,
that's the reason.
okay, okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so with that, that was I know that was a small rapid fire section, but with that, it's gonna end. And now let's move on to the next part, as I have a lot of more things planned for you guys. Okay, so the last question I would like to ask you is, what message would you like to give to the residents of the Los Santos?
All right, my message to the residents of Los Santos would be to continue believing in and supporting the people who work every day to keep the city safe. We understand the law enforcement and civilians may not always agree on everything, but at the end of the day, we all want a safer and more stable city. So SAHP will continue doing its best to protect the people of Los Santos professionally, fairly, and with the dedications.
All right, lovely to hear that, Mr. Sheriff. Lovely to hear that, honestly. Okay, so, well, first of all, I would like to thank you to the sheriff and the under sheriffs for taking the time to sit down with us today and giving us the people of and giving us and the people of Los Santos a better look into how SAHP operates behind the scenes. I think a lot of residents only see the lights, the sirens, and the active situation around the city, but they do not always see the amount of coordination, planning, and responsibilities that goes into handling these situations every single day. From major operation and gang activity to hostage situations and public safety, it is clear that the command staff carry a huge amount of pressure while trying to keep the city under control. Hearing directly from the SAHP leadership today, we definitely gave a better understanding of how much work happens behind the scenes to keep deputies organized and residents protected. So that is going to be it for today's interview. Thank you once again to the Sheriff's Department command staff for joining us and answering our questions, and thank you everyone watching. We hope this interview gave you a better understanding of the people leading one of the city's largest law enforcement agencies. Stay safe, Los Santos, and we will see you again soon with more interviews, reports, and coverage from around the city. And thank you for watching.